Peace. What's good? It's your man Ocean. As you can see, we getting the charcoal ready, man. Unfortunately, we gotta invite somebody new to the barbecue pit, man. And what I'm noticing, what I'm really noticing is, you know, that the NFL is full of motherfuckers that want to be invited to the barbecue or want to be put on the grill at the barbecue. And Urban Meyer, he's no different. Urban Meyer is got a couple national championships in Florida, from Florida with Tebow and shit or some shit back in the day, and he maybe got some national championships in Ohio State. I don't know. And you know what I'm saying, I'm not here to take away from his abilities as a football coach. I'm not here to say that Urban Meyer ain't no good football coach, cause maybe he might be. But I'm the type that I always give a credit to the players anyway. So if you get the right amount of talent, and I know when he won them championships in Florida, that we all know that Florida is flooded with football NFL talent. You know what I mean? So he got. But either way, this ain't about his football coaching ability. So fuck all of that. But the reason that he got to be coming to the barbecue, well, first off, a few years ago, he already been known to be a questionable decision maker when as it comes to people that he hire on his staff, because and people that he stand up for, I would say, because like I think it was a few years back, I don't know the exact year, but he had a coach that was on his staff at Ohio State who was accused, and I'm not even gonna say accused, who was whooping his wife ass. It's proven. Fuck a legend. It was proven that he was whooping his wife ass. And when Meyer was questioned about it, Meyer, being the white privileged guy that he is, and he know that he can just tell a lie and on national TV to all the cameras and everybody in the world, and there's no consequences. He is some kind of way he gon' all of his shit gonna get swept up under the rug. He know that he one of them motherfuckers, so he set up and told the media that he didn't even know nothing about the white boy, his coach whipping his wife ass, which would later prove to be a lie. So I said that to say that Maya is already, questionable as far as his character goes. Because if you will sit up and lie to the whole world, you a questionable character motherfucker, in my opinion. But now the reason that he brought to this barbecue today to put his ass on the grill today is a whole nother reason indeed. Yes, he felt the need to display his white privilege again. And like I said, but this really is about the whole NFL being basically a good old boy situation when it comes from the owner down to the coaches. It's a good old, and basically all the way damn near down to the quarterback position, but it's so many brothers taking over at their quarterback position. But from the owners down to the coaches, it's a good old boy situation. If you know what a good old boy situation is, I hope we on at least on that same level with each other. That you know what a good old boy situation is. But Meyer showing that he's definitely privileged indeed and a good old boy. He has the nerve to hire the strength coach who just got fired last year from Iowa for being a racist motherfucker in the locker room, and it's all kind of documented ass shit. His name is Chris Doyle. Chris Doyle got fired because for the last 21 years he been a racist motherfucker in the locker room at Iowa, and not I gotta even it was when the controversy came out or whatever. It was a few of them, other coaches that got caught up in the shit. But I got a few of the statements that were made against Doyle for the simple fact that in order to justify this hire, Urban Meyer, he said shit like, "Oh, I vetted him, and we're going to be sure that nothing like this happens ever again. And, but for me to prove to you that it's just a good old boy situation, I want to understand. So if you vetted them, you would have talked to some of these players, right? That's what I'm saying. So I got a couple of statements of what some of the players were saying about Doyle. Some of his former players, okay? So this one is from LaRon Taylor. He was a linebacker in 2013. He said Doyle asked me, did I gangbang in the offseason because I didn't run track or wrestle? So, that's just a condescending ass statement. It's a lot of sarcasm and vitriol in that statement that you looking at somebody that you supposed to have their best interest in mind. You looking at them and you looking down on them in such a negative light because you can't exactly understand where they come from. So that's just one of the players. That's just one of the statements I got. And I got this one from Reggie Spearman. He says, I personally believe that Doyle and Kurt, this is another one of the racist motherfucker, Kurt. Fuck him though. This ain't about Kurt. I personally believe Doyle and Kurt, from my own experiences, aren't inclusive and understanding of young black athletes. So you vetted this man. And this is why you on the grill, Urban Meyer. You vetted this man from your own, from your own mouth. You vetted this man. And you came to the conclusion that this was a good guy to have in your locker room, man. Even though we all know that your 84% of the men in your locker room that you supposed to be leading to a victory are young black men. And I got a young black man on record right now who got personal experience with this man, Reggie Spearman, saying, I personally believe that Doyle and Kurt, from my own experience, aren't inclusive or understanding young black athletes. And you got a locker room full of young black athletes. So, what other... But you got to be a smart man, Urban Meyer. So what other reason, what other justification would you have for bringing this man into your program besides I'm white and I say so, and it's a white privilege thing, and it's a good old boy type situation? You gonna bring this man around your whole locker room, and I never been inside the NFL locker room, but I'm pretty fucking sure that in order for you to get the most out of your players as a whatever kind of coach, a head coach, offensive coordinator, strength and conditioning coach, tight end coach, whatever the coach, in order for you to get the most out of your players, they're going to have to trust you. And you done brought a man in here that these people automatically know from the jump that this motherfucker don't trust me. He don't trust me as far as he can see me. He wonder if I'm gang banging when I ain't in his eyesight. You understand? But this is the man that you bring in. So it's always a good old boy situation. It's always, we got to bring somebody in who, to control these people. Cause that's the aspect that he coming in. He coming in that I got to come in here and put my foot down and control these niggas, and they got to understand. Why in the fuck would you hire this man, Urban Meyer? If you trying to build a winning program, why would you bring somebody in that's not that 85 to 90% of your people are not willing to trust and not willing to put they career and they fate in his hands, because they know he just see them as another nigga, basically. Now I got one more statement, and I don't even. This was a kind of a situation. Listen, Coach Doyle then says what there was about whatever. It was something about some rice. I forgot totally, but fuck with me anyway. Coach Doyle then said, fuck out here. Coach Doyle then says, clean it up. The player walks over to clean up the player walks over to clean it up and walks away from Doyle. Doyle then says, why you walking with that swagger? I put you back on the street. The kid come from a happy home with both parents. So, you know what I'm saying? He just You know how he one of the motherfuckers who, they think they high IQ motherfuckers, but when they really be the dumbest people. I ain't talking about all of them. I'm talking about the people who think like this motherfucker. He think he's smarter and better than all of these guys who he can't hold accountable to and he can't do shit to. He been put in this position because of the good old boy situation is what I'm saying. So Dawg is just a nasty motherfucker that why in the fuck why would you have him around your player? So that's the reason why, I'm sitting up here looking at this guy right here, Urban Meyer, and I wouldn't have never took you for nothing less than a good old boy myself anyway, Urban Meyer, because I know how y'all motherfuckers look at us and how y'all think. And the only reason that a motherfucker like you would be friendly to any black male is because you see a football player in it. And you that's the only them the only that's the only black male that, what I mean, could garner any concern from you is somebody that could possibly help you win a football game. So it don't beseech me that this the type of character that you willingly and knowingly and arrogantly bring into your locker room and feel like, hell, I'm Urban Meyer, I'm a good old boy, I'm white and I said so, I got white privilege, this is just what it gonna be. But what I'm hoping is that this shit could get enough traction that they go ahead and get this motherfucker fired, which it don't even matter because the next one that he bring in, I'm sure, would be a part of the good old boy association also, and it's really a small snapshot of what the NFL represent anyway. You understand? So, really the whole NFL need to go on the grill, but I'm sure since I started doing this segment, the NFL every day they give me somebody to put on the grill. So I'm sure we'll get to more and more of these motherfuckers every day. But it's just awful that this motherfucker feel like, that he's such a great football coach, and I'm Urban Meyer. First of all, you ain't got no motherfucking NFL coaching experience. So, and the only reason that you in the NFL now, you got ran out of college for standing up for the other fucking white boy. And this shit usually don't work anyway when you bring a college coaching ass nigga to the NFL. So I'm looking for this motherfucker. He fake retired. Now he in the NFL. I'm looking for this motherfucker to coach by 3 years, maybe even 2. You remember when Petrino coached like a half a year for the Falcons? That Bobby Petrino, look it up. Google the shit, motherfucker. Bobby Petrino coached like a half a year. He came from Louisville. He was the shit at Louisville, came to the Falcons, couldn't get shit done, and quit like in a half a year. Petrino did. I'm looking at this motherfucker like, man, I don't think you're going to last that long in the NFL, bro, because if you was an NFL coach, that's the epitome of being a football coach. So if you felt like, if you were confident in your abilities, I know you, Urban Meyer, this opportunity that came to you before. And if you felt like you was really a leader of men to that point where you could lead NFL players to the Lombardi Trophy, you would have been took that opportunity already before now anyway. So I'm sitting up here saying that I don't even think that you're going to make it as an NFL coach. And you got a chance to draft the golden child, Trevor Lawrence, number one pick for Jacksonville. That's how you know it's just a good old boy situation. He come, everything lined up for him to win, but he's still gonna lose because he a nasty motherfucker, and he's a nasty motherfucker, and it's been a shift in the momentum. So of course these motherfuckers still pulling strings and they got the power and shit, but at the end of the day, they gotta answer to 500 years of fucking the black man around. So, and if you believe in the same God I believe in, then shit gotta come back around. But I ain't even gonna go down that road with it. That shit just came to me that he ain't gonna have no winning situation out there in Jacksonville, man, because he a nasty motherfucker and an arrogant motherfucker, and You one thing you know about the NFL and sports period, if the coach lose the team, or you heard that losing the team where they don't respect you or don't trust you, they're not gonna go out and perform to the highest ability for you, man. And you already come in to the next season with a huge strike against you already. You ain't got but two more before you lose the locker room. I just made a baseball analogy on a football ass video on this nigga. You already got one strike. You got two more, possibly one more. Cause this is for such a big ass blatant ass strike. This damn near was like a goddamn. You damn near fouled out, a pop foul out on the motherfucker. To be honest with you. Anyway, man, I think he about done. I done flipped him a few times. You feel me? I think he about well done. Like I like my meat. Probably time to take him off and feed him to the wolves. I don't even eat pork. You feel me? So I don't want him. This your boy, man, Ocean, the GOAT. This how we doing this shit. If you come across niggas that need to be put on the grill, send them to me, and if whatever they got going on move me to a certain aspect, then I grill them up, souffle style. Hold it down, it's your boy. We out, man.